There we go. All right, so welcome to our Team Nailed It meeting. This is for anyone and everyone on our downline. And today let me mute you all really quick. But today we're going to be talking about local nail bars and about online nail bars. First, everyone needs to show me your nails, just for fun, just to show them off, right? I put on the, I always forget the name of these, something snow, Vienna snow.
I love that Vienna snow. And I peeled my nails off so I don't have any to show.
I did that yesterday, Josette, and I was like, oh my gosh, my nails are naked. I'm so embarrassed. So yeah, wait, I need to see your nails.
Let me mute my.
Show me your nails. Oh, those are cute, Kara. I love that color. Oh, Nikki's got the French classic. Who else? Oh, you got the sparkles, Jennifer.
Scan has completed.
Oh.
Warning.
What?
Advanced Cat Cleaner has detected issues that need.
Okay, sorry, my computer had a pop up. All right, fine. Well,
Kelly, this is Erin. Can you hear me?
Yes. Are you on the phone?
I'm on the phone, so I can't show you my nails, but I'm wearing the pink ribbon ones.
Oh, fun. Because are you the one
I'm driving. What?
Are you doing, someone was doing a breast cancer fundraiser. Was that you or someone else?
It wasn't me, but someone asked if they could use my picture when I posted it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I don't know how to remute myself, though. How do I remute myself?
I'll mute you. I'm going to mute everyone. Let's see.
Okay, sweet.
And then you can just unmute yourself if you have a question or whatever. Okay, so, and you guys, at first I have to say our team is like killing it. I'm so freaking proud of you guys. Like everyone is just gung-ho and going nuts over these nails. And you guys, I love that you guys kind of just jumped in and you're faking it till you make it. That's what I'm doing. Like we're all in this together. We're all just kind of figuring it out together. So I love that so many of you are killing it. And I'm going to have some of you share some of your, like, what's working for you and what's not. Deb wasn't able to get on the call because I asked her specifically to talk about online nail bars. But I'll show you what I'm doing. And then if any of you guys have, like, please share what's working for you so we can all learn from each other. So I'm just going to share really quick, like, what I've done so far. And I'll talk about that real quick. And then I'll have, when Mindy hops on, I'm going to have her talk. And then anyone else because I think some of you guys have done an awesome job at like local nail bars or online nail bars. So we want to hear from you too. So we can all learn from each other. But okay, so I did, for my first, I've only done one local nail bar, and that was a couple weeks ago. I called it my launch party. I called it a girls' night out, and I collaborated with a LuLaRoe, my sister-in-law who sells LuLaRoe. So that kind of helped because, she could invite her people, I can invite mine. And so you get a few more people than you normally would. And the numbers weren't mind-blowing, but there were about 7 women that went there. And I think I got 7 orders, actually. Some of the orders I got were from people who couldn't come. And I said, hey, I missed you tonight. I'd love it if you could still place an order. And I gave them the link. So one thing that I learned is that following up is huge, especially with nail bars. So if someone can't go, but they said maybe they can go, if they said like, oh yeah, I might be able to go, I followed up and said, hey, please place an order. It's closing. The thing I love about the nail bars, especially the local ones, is that I have a deadline. And so I said, hey guys, I'm closing this on this date. You got to place your order by then. And so I followed up with people and gave them that deadline. I think deadlines are huge when it comes to sales, right? So, and Bethany said, that's what I'm doing in another couple weeks. I'm teaming up with a mascara girl. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I think it's really smart to team up with other direct selling people because then your audience can expand, right? So that's probably what I'm going to do every time I do it. I might have one at my house. I still haven't had one at my house. The one I did was at my sister-in-law's house. And so she actually got the Hostess credit. And you guys, if you haven't looked at the Hostess benefits, they're legit. Like, she got 15% credit from the sales. So there were like over $300 in sales. So she got like $42 in credit. And then she also got 3 half-off items, which she didn't want. So I said, I'll buy them off you because I want those half-off items. So it was pretty sweet. So let's see. What kind of the layout of my nail bar was, I had on a countertop. And the thing I loved about it was so simple. Like, I didn't have to bring a lot of stuff. I just brought, I just had a little jar. And if you want, I'll go get him in a minute when Mindy's talking, but I just had jars full of like the different things and kind of spread them out on the countertop. And then when everyone was in there, I'm like, hey guys, everyone gets a free sample of, I like to call them accent nails. I don't like to call them twosies because nobody knows what the heck that is. In fact, I don't like to call them nail bars because no one knows what that is either. I call them mani-pedi parties or nail parties because that's more descriptive. Like, I think we have to keep in mind that our audience has no idea what these names are that Color Street came up with. So anyway, I had them all try on as sample nail. I did a demo with the Hostess. So I said, okay guys, I'm going to show you. Carrie gets these free nails because she hosted a party. So I showed her how to apply them. And then I said, okay, now it's your turn. I want you to try it. And then she applied some. And then I said, all right, now everybody go try some. And so they all tried the twosies. And then I gave everyone at the party that bought anything. I got this idea from Cody, and I think I'll do it every single time. I said, anyone that buys anything tonight gets a free set of nail strips from me. And I call them, another thing, I don't call them nail strips, I call them nail sets, because I think that sounds more like they're getting more. A nail strip sounds like one, but a set sounds like a full set. So I said, anyone that gets, places an order is going to get at the party. I only gave people that placed an order at the party a nail set because I had them there and I could just hand it to them. So I gave them the nail set, and that really increased sales, I think, because they got to walk away with that. And of course, I mentioned the buy 3, get 1 free, and the buy 1, get 1 free with the French nails. So that worked well. And at my first party, I bonus qualified. So yeah, it went well. I was kind of faking it till I make it. In fact, my laptop broke, so I didn't bring anything but my phone, but for people to place orders on. But I was like, you know what? You can just order on your phone. And I gave them the URL. So I copied the link. Whenever you have a nail bar, you have to create an event in your back office. So I went and I created an event, and then you can copy the link when you click on event details. And I copied that, I pasted it in tinyurl.com, and I made it a custom URL that was tinyurl.com/Carrie's nail bar. And that way I could remember it, and that way they could remember it. So they were like, oh, okay, I'll just type that in. You could use Bitly too. So I just had them buy online at the party, but then they got one of my free nail strips for buying. So Bethany said, how did you have them pay if they bought things directly from your party? Like I said, they bought on my phone. I mean, they bought on their own phones, just on using the custom link. So that's how my how my in-person nail bar went. Let's see. I'm going to turn the time over to, Stephanie, hi. Is now a good time to talk? Did you just finish your in-person nail bar?
Yeah, I did it last Thursday, so almost a week ago. And I did the same thing you did, but only if they bought free, got one for free, I give them a free nail set. So. Sorry,
what is it cutting out for you guys, or is it just me? Everyone's like, yeah. Say that again.
Oh, sorry. Hope the Wi-Fi is okay. I said I did the free nail set as well, but only if they did the buy 3 get 1 free.
Oh, that's smart. I should have done that.
Yeah, because I didn't want someone to pay like $11 and then they get like a whole free nails.
Because then you're losing. Then you don't make any money, right?
Right. So
That's super smart. I love that idea. That's even better.
yeah, so I was like, if you buy 3, you get 2 free. And then we're like, oh wow, that's awesome.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah, because they get the one that's online and they get the one that you had right there.
Yeah.
So
I was even forgetting to give people their stuff because they were taking one home. And so when they went to order, I was like, oh wait, add another one. So it was good. They liked that idea.
Nice. So what worked well and what didn't work well from your nail bar? Like, what would you do differently next time?
I don't know. Okay, well, one thing that I probably wouldn't do again, I had this one order where they wanted to do the buy 3 get 1 free and then take another one home, but it was between 3 people and they wanted to like split it. So one person ordered it and then they wanted to like, each, and then they were like arguing about who gets to take home the one that's there and who gets to order one. And I'm like, this is just way too complicated. So I was like, maybe next time I just like, we'll say like just for one person or whatever. Like,
yeah.
If you want to go home and figure it out later, that's fine, but like not at the party because it just got awkward.
Well, plus then it gives everyone else the idea to do that. And you're like, no.
Yeah, exactly. And then like I did like a giveaway where like I did like a raffle. So I'm like, if they bought 3 and got 1 free, then they also got more entries into the raffle. And so I didn't know what to do when it came to that order because I'm like, well, technically they didn't buy 3, get 1 free because they like kind of cheated the system. So I didn't enter them in for the raffle for that part. So it just got complicated. So I'm like, I just need to like make sure that's like clear next time.
Right. So what did you give away for the raffle? And did you do it that night? Did you pick the winner that night?
I didn't because like people were still placing orders like at home. Like I had one girl order when she got home. And then like my mom and my aunt were both at the party, but they were like holding the baby and stuff. So they weren't like looking at the nail stuff. So they both ordered like later too. So I actually did the drawing today and I just went live in the event page that I had created for it and did it there.
So you also created an event page for the local party.
Yeah, that's all I did because of the baby. I didn't know when she was going to come. I actually had to postpone it a couple weeks. So I like kept updating the Facebook event like date. So next time I would like to do formal invitations because I feel like a lot of people didn't take it as seriously as far as like coming. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I had a decent turnout. There was probably like 16 people here, but I think there would have been more, and there probably would have been more if we were willing to spend money had I done like formal invitations like you did. So maybe next time.
You know what though? See, I was like, next time I'm not doing, because I did printed 5x7 invitations and I was like, these are such a hassle. Like I was like walking around my neighborhood, like I had to drive around and give them, and I was like, nope, next time I'm just texting people because that's how I communicate anyways.
Yeah.
I'm not even wasting the money. I think sometimes we get all like excited about the fluffy, pretty cutesy stuff, and it's like it's totally unnecessary.
Yeah, I created an invitation on Canva for $1, and then I just like sent it via Facebook Messenger to everybody that I invited on there. I'm like, sorry guys, I don't have everyone's email, so I'm gonna be lame and use Facebook Messenger to send these invites to you guys. So that's just what I did.
Yeah, that's probably all I'll do because they were a waste. And anyway. I was going to ask you another question. Shoot, what was it? I don't remember. I'm sure I'll think of it. Oh no, how did you like present? Did you feel like you even had to do a presentation or does it kind of just flow?
So it was funny because my husband and my dad were like, wait, you don't have a presentation prepared? I'm like, no. So like the party started, I was like, yeah, I should probably do something. So I was like, hey guys, I really hate presenting. I want to show you guys how the nails work so you're not like, okay, how do I do this? So I literally showed them the corporate video because I'm like, I'll show them like what corporate does and then I'll show them kind of what I do and what works for me. And then I just had them come up and each try on a twosie. And so it was just really chill. I just showed them the video, showed them how I apply them, and then they all tried them for themselves. And then that's when the orders started coming in. So
sweet. That's what I like about them. They're so like simple. You don't need to do this. And you didn't need to bring anything fancy. Like literally all you have to bring is the stuff from your kit and just spread it out on the table. Like I thought I needed all these like special packages, but I felt it was better to spread out the twosies and to spread out the nail strips so they could see all the different colors and stuff. So I was like, gosh, you really don't need that much to bring to these parties. So that's what I love it. They're so simple. Like everything I brought went in a laundry basket, and that's how I brought it. I mean, you could probably put it in a fancy, I know one of you guys has like a fancy bag or something, but yeah. Okay, so I'm going to turn the time over to Mindy, because Mindy has done not just like home parties, but she did kind of a booth, which is another way that you can sell your stuff. So Mindy just did it a couple days ago, so she's going to share what worked and what didn't. Can you unmute? Here, let me. There you go.
Am I mute? Okay. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I was just taking notes so I could have my thoughts in order. Okay, so I'll start off with what I did to set up for it. So I got, obviously, my table. Oh, first off, I did the event in Lehigh. It was Lehigh Days. My husband's from there. His mom did a booth there too. So we were like right next to each other. The cost of the booth was $75. And when I was reading online and also listening to Kelly Kucera, I think that's how you say her name. She and her husband, she's one of the presidential founders, and her husband own a vendor event planning thing. Anyway, business. So she had some good tips. Anyway, so when looking for those, obviously unless it's a huge event, don't pay more than like $150 for your booth, because I mean, you can if you really want to, but you just don't want to go to the ones that aren't going to get a lot of traffic, because it's kind of a waste of your time and money. So I knew this one would be okay because it was 2 days and it's the whole city. So anyway, I brought, I won't get into like too much detail, but on my display, I had like a winner free nail set raffle, which I included raffle tickets, and they entered in their name, email, and phone number. And I said, place a check mark next to like your interest or something. And it said like nail wraps, business opportunity, or hosting a nail bar. So that kind of helped me gauge what everyone was interested in after I talked to them. I had 2 signs, like help wanted and host benefits, displayed. The help wanted was like invitation to join the team. I also had a lot of sets displayed on my table. I think you guys probably saw my little display rack my husband made. So that helped to have them up instead of down on the table. If you don't have things that people can visually see when they're walking by or from a little distance, then they may not come over. And I also had business cards with my information so that those who didn't want to buy there, they're like, yeah, I'm going to look at home, order online when I get home or whatever. So that's all my setup that I had. So what worked for me, what I learned the first day was there wasn't a lot of traffic because it was on a Friday when people are usually at work. So Saturday was a lot better day. But I stood in front of my table all day Saturday. Honestly, a lot of people didn't want to talk to the vendor people. They just wanted to browse on their own. They didn't really want to be disturbed because they knew you're going to try to sell them on what your product was. Which honestly you need to with this one, because like 97% of the ladies thought it was Jamberry. All of them did. They would say it as they're walking by, like, oh, it's Jamberry. And I was standing right there, so I heard them, and I was like, no, it's not Jamberry, actually. And then they turn around and look at me, and then I'd be like, yeah, this is Color Shoot. They're 100% nail polish. Have you heard of them? And then that would engage them in conversation. So I would always throw out a question to someone who was walking by me, like, hey, have you heard of Color Street? We're brand new. We just launched last week. And they'd be like, oh, cool. What is this? So that really worked to get a lot of people talking to me. Do you have any questions so far? I feel like I'm...
We do.
Cool.
Bethany said, could anyone enter the raffle or just if they bought something?
No, I wanted everyone to enter the raffle because I wanted everyone's information. Yeah, I wanted everyone to tell me after I talked to them if they were interested in any of it. So it was just a raffle for one free set. So it was out of like, I don't remember how many, and there were like 100 people. So.
And did you, like, what did you do with that info later? Are you going to
Well, I plugged it into my Google Sheets and I'm following up with, so there was like this code, like red, green, yellow or something, where it was like red hot people, like people that are interested in the business or hosting a nail bar. I'm contacting them first.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't done it. I'm going to do it tonight. It's been crazy.
That's the hard part, right? The follow.
That you really need to do it. You need to do it within 48 hours, no matter what. You need to do that. And so those are the two. And then people who are interested in products, I'll probably write up an email that I'll send out to all of them. And then people that didn't check anything but still entered, I'll send them a different type of email, but I'm still going to email them too. Because anybody could be, you know, potential, whatever. So
that just made me think of something. So
Sure.
I did a booth for my Style Lately business, and and the reason I'm thinking of it is because I never actually did anything with their information. But the good thing about it was I got their emails, right? But then I also said, if you follow Style Lately on Instagram, you get one. And if
I did that too.
join
Yeah.
my Facebook community, you get another entry. So, so that might be an idea of, you know, that way, in case if you do nothing with their information, at least
yeah, at least they're connected to you somehow. Yeah. That's super important. Yeah, I did like 4 bonus entries if they joined my Facebook group. So I had like dads joining my Facebook group for their daughters, and and that was another thing is like I had a lot of men coming up to my booth, and they're like, oh, my daughter would love this, or my wife might like this or something. So men are actually a really good market for women products because they'll buy it for them. So I did a lot of samples, a lot of little girls, but also ladies, and they were really impressed with, I mean, you know, everyone's here has done the samples, and people are just immediately more impressed with the product, and they're like, wow, it really is that easy. And then they're like, I'm going to give it a test run. Everyone kept saying that. I'm going to test it out and see how long it would really last. And they took my business card, and if they liked it, they were going to order online. So I made sure to tell them about the buy 3, get 1 free and how that works in the system when you order online too.
Nice.
The one last thing that I had written down. So when I had them displayed up on the table and I had asked them a couple questions, I would ask them like, which ones are your favorites? So then they would start looking at all the nail sets and then start like really wanting them. And then the other thing I said was, I bought these just for the event, and they're going to sell out today. So come get them if you want to get any of these. So, I mean, obviously I didn't sell them all out, but I kind of gave them like an urgency to like come back. And I did have a lot of ladies come back and they bought. I think it was because I said that, but they also liked it. So who knows? Okay, that's all. Yeah.
So you said you applied it on like little girls' hands. How do you do that? Because I still haven't figured out how to like.
With the samples, I just use a smaller strip, and so when I applied it, sorry, my nail's all chipped, but when I push it over, I go like this, and that's how I peel it off, because I like to push it over the tip. And so I would just do that on the edges too. Super easy. And then
oh, okay. So you didn't.
It didn't look. No, I don't cut it at all ever. I feel like that's too risky.
Yeah.
But I told the moms, because like little girls wanted it. I was like, yeah, it's a little more work. You can do it like this, or if you really want to cut them, you can do that. It's whatever you want to do.
Okay.
But I feel like they're so soft that it's so easy to go like that. Not like rip them, but just like, I don't know what you'd call that. Cutting
No,
your
I
nail.
have my own nails too. Yeah, where I'm like, oh crap, that went over on my skin, so then I just cut it off.
Right. So for the most part, it worked out. There was one girl with really odd shaped nails, and I did it a weird way where I put it sideways to see if it would work. It was bad. But I just told them, sorry, it's just a sample. Like it'll be better when you get anyway. But
right?
Yeah. Score them. Yeah, that's the word. Score. That's a good word. Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Stacey.
So, yep, that's pretty much it. I made, if anyone cares, about 200 in sales. So it was important to me to at least make back the money I spent on the booth. Like,
That's awesome.
Not break even. But
you had, and she talked to a couple people about the business opportunity, right? Didn't you have someone?
Yeah. So ladies that were, one random lady wrote that she was interested. I don't know who it was, but it was a girl in a booth across from me. It was a young girl too, and she did her own little thing, and she does lip syncs, and she was interested in possibly doing this too, or instead of, or something. So it's usually girls who are already involved in direct sales or who have done it, and they know what they're getting themselves into, and I feel like they're easy to convert because they know what it's about. So
yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, well, we only have like 12 minutes to talk about online nail bars now. And this is something that's brand new to me. I'm going to share my screen and just show you what I've done. And then if anyone, well, first, is there anyone that wants to share what worked for their local nail bar? Like, has anyone else had a nail bar that went really well and want to add to what we've been saying? All right, well, I'm going to share my screen. If you think of anything, feel free to hop in. But I'm going to show you guys. This was so kind of dumb of me. But I have, when you look at events, I have 3 online nail bars going on right now. I'm like, note to self, never book 3 online nail bars. Like, they're like overlapping, and it's extremely overwhelming. But this one just is pretty much over. I need to pick a winner, and I'll be honest, I didn't make any sales from this one, so that was kind of a bummer. But live and learn, right? So she invited like as many people as possible, and she did also I think she individually invited, but I'm not 100% sure. I told her to. So I'll show you a couple of my posts. I did, like I said, how to order. You know, I wanted to make sure I pinned this post so they knew exactly how to order. I'm going to scroll down to the very beginning. So I did like a welcome. I did an RSVP. Like if you're going, you'll get an entry. And so some of them said they were going. I did like enter to win. This is just like the raffle system. This is Stephanie's idea. I did a roll call that was like, describe yourself using only emojis. I kind of changed that now to say, share how you know the hostess. And then this one, I just showed, I think it's important that we kind of share our personal experience with it. So I did, this was my first Color Street nail set and why I love it. I got this idea from my upline. She posted an outfit and said, like, vote for your favorite nail design. And the reason I loved this idea is because it makes them go to your website. So like I said, I create a tiny URL for all of these. And so it makes it really easy to remember their URL. And I just make sure to add it in on a ton of these posts. Here's my daughter. I think, sharing, if you guys have a daughter or your mom or like a family member that can kind of add a testimonial, that helps too. I uploaded my own 60-second video, but I think in the future, I'm going to do just their video because I think it's much more professional. I showed how it works on your toes, my current Color Street nails. I did a game. Oh, Amanda's saying best advice, and this is something Stephanie mentioned too. She said is to have the hostess only add 30 to 50 people max. What have you guys heard about this? Because I debated on that too. I'm like, do I have them invite everyone that like 500 people, or do I have them invite 50 of their besties? So I'm curious what's worked for some of you guys.
So Kelly, I've only had a couple people, and like I think 10 people went to my first one. I also have 3 going on too, and then the one that I was going on like yesterday was like 16 people, and the one today is like 10. And even though there's like 10 going, like everybody's participating in all like the posts, and I'm getting a ton of comments and stuff. So I feel like there's way more engagement when there's a smaller group, which is weird, but I don't know. It just gets more intimate.
Yeah,
Kelly?
I don't think that's weird. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think when you invite a ton of people to one, then people feel like they're just a number. They're not like specially invited. I don't know. Whenever I get invited to things and I see that there's like 500 people invited, I'm like, yeah, it really doesn't matter if I go, they'll have tons of people, when in reality they probably don't have very many. So
that's a good point.
That's what I think. Like if you invite 30 to 50 people, that seems more like, okay, well, I see they have like 1,000 Facebook friends and they actually chose me to invite, and so you just feel more special when it's not a huge crowd.
Awesome. Amanda, I unmuted you because Amanda has something to say.
Do what?
Amanda, what were you
Can you hear
saying?
me?
Yeah.
Okay, so what?
Just what were you saying about Facebook party? Oh, she muted herself. Holy crap. Okay, I unmuted you.
Okay, but I'm not muted. What's your question?
Well, you were messaging me saying you love Facebook parties.
So what I have the max 30 to 50 friends. I encourage 30.
Okay.
And then what I like to do is a week before the event, all the RSVP yeses, I will mail them the Color Street catalog. I will mail them the two. I'll have another love for you to do this live with us on Facebook party to about 30 minutes to 45 minutes max. And with Color Street, since the orders don't go through the party ends, my goal is to have the party end that night, if not the next morning. So it's kind of painless. It's not going to be this long drawn out thing, and it's quick and easy thing.
So,
where I've had success with in the past with my other company.
So you're saying, because I made mine 48 hours, like of posts. You're just doing it in 45 minutes?
Yes, I'll do a little teasers, like one a day leading up to the party. Like post a little like, did you know we're made in the USA? And like little like topics going up the day. And then 45 minutes that night or whenever the hostess wants it, then I'll be like throwing it all out there real quick and easy. And I learned that from, I can't remember those two ladies who do these minivan Monday moments or whatever. Can't remember. But they teach a whole 45-minute Facebook event type thing. And that's where I did the 30 to 50 and the 45-minute and things like that.
How many days do you lead up to it? And like, when do you give, because I only gave, this is probably bad, but again, we're starting sloppy and I'm learning, but I just gave them like 24 hours and I was like, oh, hey, hostess, here's the event. Make sure you share it. Like, and I gave it to them like 24 hours before the posts began.
What I want them to have the sample and the catalog in their hand before we go launch day, like party day. So they can actually hold it, see the sample, ask questions about it, and kind of go through it together.
The hostess.
Well, so I'll send the catalog and the sample to everyone who's ever ours.
Yeah. Okay. And here's the thing, you guys. The beauty of, being your own CEO is that you can run them however you want. You don't have to send them samples. You don't have to send them catalog. You can do them 48 hours. You can do them 45 minutes. Like, there's no right or wrong way. I think you just have to try and see what works for you.
Definitely.
So yeah, I haven't been getting as much interaction, and I don't know why, Stephanie, and I don't know if it's the timing or what, but maybe it's because I have had some people that had about 10 people say they were going, but like no one's interacting in the group.
Huh. And we have like similar posts too, because we kind of use the same template.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Question: are you using the post my party thing or no? Or yeah.
I am. So I'm going to show you guys really quick. Oh, we have 2 minutes left.
Because I feel like you said, I mean, I don't feel overwhelmed doing 3, and I think it's because I started using Post My Party right from the get-go.
Yeah, and I love Post My Party. So I'm going to show you guys really quick the Post My Party because it shows you, yeah, once I started doing Post My Party, I wasn't overwhelmed. So this one's going on, actually, this one just started today. This is Angela's. And it says, you can see here, it says, Post My Party. So I scheduled all these, and then postmyparty.com launches it. I posted a link in the in our Facebook group. But yeah, they do the posts. So I just pre-scheduled all these, and they do the posts. So.
And it's free for 14 days. So if anybody just like wants to try it out first, then take advantage of that.
So yeah, you can see like one comment. Well, whatever. I'll get there. Does anyone else? We're like running out of time, but does anyone else have any other like things that have worked well for them for their online parties?
Oh, Kelly, I should mention maybe for the party that I'm doing today, I decided to actually personally message everyone that said they were going, and maybe that helped with engagement. I don't know if you've tried that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Introduced myself to them and like told them the party's going to start at 2:00. Hope to see you there. Blah blah blah.
Oh, that's cute. I love that idea.
So I have an idea that I'm doing for the first time on mine, and I'm Leah, by the way.
Hi, Leah.
This is my online party, so I have no idea if it's going to work, but I saw it down at another party and I really loved it. And so the hostess or the person who's putting it on made a personal video for each party that they did and posted it as a pin post like a day or two before the party. Just like to yourself and who you are in the company, like a minute or two long where they can just watch a quick video about what to expect from the party. They connect with you as a person, and I just thought that was really cool. So I'm doing that with the 2 parties I have this week, and hopefully I'll get a good result. We'll see.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I think, are we almost out of time? I feel, yeah, we're like out of time. So, okay, well, if you guys have more discussions, or do you guys want to, I know I need to I should probably upgrade this Zoom account, but I'm waiting to get paid. I'm like, you guys pay me, please. So,